Probably. Nerd. Let's make this interesting.
Okay, we're working. I hope the mics are live.
Oh, they're live. Definitely live.
And with that, welcome to the Infernal Brotherhood of the Scruffy Looking Nerf Herders. This is a live streaming YouTube video podcast by Star Wars fans, for Star Wars fans. And today, folks, we are going to be discussing, well, this is going to be our episodic review of The Mandalorian with Chapter 23, The Spies. Or, as I'm calling it, the first fucking Mandalorian episode of the season. Hey!
I think we land on different places on this episode.
I'm going to assume so if you're not feeling that same way. Shit.
Yeah, it was a long episode.
It was very long.
I remember looking at my phone going, is this not over yet? Like,
yeah.
This should be over by now.
Yeah, I was gonna rewatch it last night, and then I remembered what time it was, or how long the runtime was. I was like, oh god, I don't got it in me. So I did it today.
Like, the way I'm thinking of it is, if it was great, then I would gladly want to rewatch it, or I wouldn't have looked at my phone. But the fact that I did tells me that it wasn't that good. It didn't keep me engaged enough, and that's depressing a bit.
What? I mean, we got pirates, we got robots, I think, or guys dressed as robots. We got robots. I mean, fuck, what's not to love, or something.
All right. Well, this was written by Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni. It was directed by Rick Famuyiwa. Yeah.
Yep.
And
that's exactly how it's pronounced.
This past Wednesday, April 12th. I mean, let's just sort of walk through this, because it was two different episodes for sure. Mm-hmm. One
Definitely.
was finally picking up about the Imperial remnants, and the other one was picking up with the Mandalorians, and then like sort of meeting at the tail end. And this is called The Spies. And I see like tons of stuff online of people thinking that the armor's a spy, or that what the hell is her name?
Bo-Katan?
Bo-Katan is a spy. But I thought it was clear who the spy was. Elia Kane. Like, she was spying on the New Republic and Mandalorians for Gideon, and then she told Guild. Like, were there other spies that I didn't catch?
I mean, it's spies plural, so I'm assuming someone else is a fucking spy.
Yeah.
None of it makes sense, but hey, whatever.
I just can't, like, I don't understand how that woman, Elia Kane, knew that the Mandalorians were going to be recapturing, unless there was another spy feeding her information, because the New Republic didn't give a fuck. They were like, hey, leave that shit on the Outer Rim. We don't have time for that. We're trying to just, like, run a government here. So if that's the case, then there has to be some other, like, inside spy. But then why would they reveal it to her? So, like, we saw Beskar in that transport that Moff Gideon was taken out of. Mm-hmm. And so that was set up saying, okay, well, there is a Mandalorian spy, I suppose. I'm just sort of doing math here. And so that's how Elia would have found out, I suppose. But
see, I was assuming it was like one of the dark troopers coming to break him out and got exploded.
See, that's what I thought too. But now I'm starting to think maybe there's something more. Something better. What if it turns out...
I hope so. It'd be nice if there was a story to this season.
Yeah. I gave a fuck about seeing Moff Gideon. I gave a fuck about seeing a lot of the people that we saw in this. And it bothered me because what they're trying to do is clearly what they're trying to do is marry the sequel trilogy with the original trilogy. And I was hoping beyond all hope that they never would try to do that, because you don't need to. You have so much time. You have 30 years to play with. You don't have to connect them.
Right.
But all they've been doing is planting these little seeds, and then we see all these holograms of all of the Imperial Remnant guys, and they're talking about Thrawn, and Gideon's like, oh, maybe I should take over, because he can't even be bothered to come to meetings. Like, I just don't understand. I don't care about any of these fucking people. They dropped Brendel Hux, or Hux's dad. Yeah, Brendel Hux.
Yeah.
Don't give a fuck. Didn't like Hux the first time. Why would I care about his paps?
Same.
So I don't know. I don't want to be negative, but
Well, see, I'm trying to take the high road because this season has just been fucking a dumpster fire. That it's like, oh,
Yeah.
Grogu's an IG unit now. That's fun. And that was pretty much the extent of me being excited about this episode because everything else just kind of fucking sucked.
Yeah, like that whole hologram scene would have like been badass if Thrawn just walked into the hologram projector screen.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so he just revealed himself. And then Gideon's like, "Oh shit, sorry, I didn't," you know, like there was something there, but you know, they want to save that reveal for Ahsoka, and I appreciate that. But I don't know.
I think it would have been more impactful if he had.
Yeah.
If he had just like walked on and then all the hollows shut off. And then that's it. That's all we got. We got half a second of Thrawn just looking menacingly and then nothing until Ahsoka. I think that would have been super impactful, but instead it's like, meh, we want stuff. Meh, we want stuff. Meh. But I get stuff because I'm Mandalorian now or something. That was kind of my takeaway of their.
It's like you're reading the script.
I got it right in front of me. Actually,
it's insane how accurate you are. Yeah, I mean, it was a lot of I need to squash the Mandalorians because they're coming back. So give me all your toys, and they're like, well, I guess we got to share. Here's our micro machines, and that was like the whole point of that encounter. I mean, behind the point of that was, look, this is Hux from the sequel trilogy's dad, and look, it's Captain Pelion from the original EU stuff that no one remembers because no one fucking cares about anymore. And hey, we threw out Grand Admiral Thrawn's name, so you should be squirming in your panties. This is like, wait.
Yeah.
I need more. I need substance. You can't just show me a hologram and make me come. You know, I mean, I need a little tugging.
Right. It's like at this point, it doesn't even make my dick jump. So it's like, it's fucking dumb. Like, and that was actually a comment that my wife made this last viewing. Was like, oh, I bet your dick's hard. And it's like, it's not even moving right now. It's like in a coma. This is all boring.
You're all, wake up. What is
pretty
wrong
much.
with you?
Well, because it's like then we get the reveal of the Praetorian Guards. Like you can't make me excited about them. Like, do they look cool? Fuck yeah, they're badass. The first time I saw them before I actually saw them in the movie, I was like, ooh, those guys are cool. No, they're not. Oh, you took down a single Mandalorian with no fucking weapons, and he's already tired because he got the shit kicked out of him. Woo! You guys are pretty menacing.
It sucks because if it wasn't for how they were presented in The Last Jedi and just me hating that film so much, I probably would have liked the scenes with them in it or the name drop a little bit more. No, but same. All I can think of when I see them or hear their name is fucking Rey and stupid ass fucking Rian Johnson killing off Luke Skywalker. And it just pisses me off. And so I can't like it. It's just, I feel it's like you're an abused woman for years and you finally decide, you know, I'm going to break it off. I can't, I'm going to risk my life to get away from this asshole who's beating me every day. And you finally get away and you think you're safe and you go to get your cup of coffee one morning and he is just waiting by your car when you get back out of the coffee shop. That's what I felt like seeing the Praetorian Guards. I was safe. I was free. I didn't have to think about it anymore. And I go to my car and he's standing right fucking there, ready to knock me out again. Like, fuck.
Yeah, it's like, just come on, let's move on with our lives.
I don't know. I hate,
and then the thing that's stupid too is trying to tie the OG, like the original trilogy with the sequel trilogy. You don't need to do that.
Yeah,
those exist in a timeline. We don't have to pull in shit from that to this. Like Hux's dad, whatever. I'll accept that because it makes sense. Yeah. The Praetorian Guards, no, we don't even have a fucking. We don't know what the fuck they are, where they came from, why they're so cool. Like, you're making a character that's pointless even more pointless.
Yeah, it's weird. I mean, we can get off the Imperial stuff and talk about Grogu? Grogubo? I don't know. I was trying to do like
we'll go with that.
RoboCop thing, but it didn't work. All right. Like I was laughing my ass off initially, but then I even got tired of that.
Yeah, as soon as they actually start walking through the town and he's still going, it's like, come on. It's like there's jokes that become unfunny, but you keep doing it so much that it becomes funny again. That wasn't one of them.
Yeah. Like, it was funny. Like, initially, he was like, no, 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 no. You know, I love that little dynamic between Din Djarin trying to get him out of it. And it's like, anyone who's ever given a kid a toy and you try to get away from him, this is what you're going to encounter.
Mm-hmm.
And it just reminded me of, like, my son when he was a little kid. One of our neighbors gave him a little, like, one of those laser zapping guns with, like, 8 different sounds in it. And that's all I heard for like a fucking year. And it just drove me insane. And so I started, like, as soon as they got outside and they were walking down and he was still hitting the stupid ass button, that's when I was like, all right, I'm going to beat the shit out of Grogu now. Like, I can't take this. I'm going to find his toys and break them and tell them that something happened to him because I can't take it.
And people wonder why I never had kids.
Just show that scene. This is why.
Yeah.
And it would be totally believable. It's just so, it gets frustrating is all. And I didn't know why he needed that, why he needed to live in an IG unit. Like, I enjoyed it being brought in, the Anzellan and Grogu's interaction. I enjoyed Grogu getting in it, but the practical side of him actually using that in a combat encounter, it seems like he would be much better off without it. He could flip around and like lightsaber people and force push them and shit.
Yeah, but he couldn't break up 2 Mandalorians having a tissy fit.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I forgot about that. That was the exact reason why they gave it to him. Just for that one scene.
And that was so fucking pointless.
Yeah, they had already all got together. Like,
dude, let them smack each other around for fuck's sake. Like, who gives a shit?
Yeah.
It was a little much dealing with that.
It sucks because, like, for the first half of this episode, I was entertained. I was like, oh, that's interesting. They're doing that. Oh, okay. And then now that it's been almost a full week, I'm just like, I don't enjoy this at all. I don't know if I'm too old for it or if it's changed or.
No, it's changed. It's definitely changed. And there's just so many things about it that it's like it could be so much better if they'd gone a different direction.
Yeah.
And like the whole Navarro thing, like, oh, we have a settlement. This is where we are. And then Bo-Katan's ex-homies show up. And it's like, okay, let's fuck off from this place. And let's go to an uninhabitable fucking glassed wasteland that apparently is habitable.
Yeah.
Because some, 4 or 5 people managed to not die from the bombing, I guess.
The whole Mandalore setup drove me insane because they're like, we have to go find the Forge, the heart of Mandalorian culture. Bo-Katan used to live there. Why does she not have the GPS coordinates for it?
Well, Adam, that's because they got electrical interference because of the bomb, so it doesn't work. But you would
know, like, if you're like flying on the outside of the planet, right? Like, you know what the shapes of the different continents would be, and like you could guesstimate, okay, if we just head straight down here, we're going to be right in the vicinity. Like, you would know. There would be no searching.
See, my biggest problem with it is they were there a couple episodes ago.
Yeah, and they were right there.
Like, oh, we can't find it now all of a sudden, so let's get on this fucking really stupid pirate ship that's pointless, and they'll take us because they know.
I forgot all about the pirate ship. I actually loved the pirate ship until it got squished, and I was like, what a stupid fucking device. If you can't even maneuver a huge monstrous creature?
Well, not only that, but it's like, you see it.
Yeah.
It starts moving, but you just keep, fuck it. We're gonna keep going. Let's see how this plays out. And then they get right up on it after it's already coming out. Shit's falling. It's chaos, and they're like, "Oh shit, we should probably turn." Like, is it like a fucking 80-year-old woman driving the fucking car or something?
It's like it's the Mandalorians, man. They fucked Boba Fett, and now they're coming for all of them.
I guess
make them look as stupid as possible. They're just like a bunch of old Asian ladies driving. All right, sorry, that's racist of me. And sexist. I'm double killer on this one. So that it was a strange choice to do that little weird ship thing when they have spaceships. And so, like, the whole time I'm thinking, well, why don't you just follow it in your spaceship? You have spaceships. You don't have to travel across land. You have a spaceship,
right? They know where they're going, so just walk back a couple of fucking feet to your
man.
whatever. I don't even remember what the fuck kind of ship it is, but it's like it's right there.
Yeah.
You guys have literally gone nowhere, and then they showed up. Like, just go back to the fucking ship, have them point you in the direction, blast the fucking kaiju, and then go to the forge.
They should have had like a kaiju fight. It wasn't even that. He just like bitch slapped him and they ran away.
Mm.
I mean, I get it. He's big, and they can't even kill a turtle gator, but or a fucking bird.
Hey, you know what? They killed 2 of them.
Yeah.
And that was the feast that nobody touched. Wasteful cunts.
It was the Mad Dog feast. All they did was just fucking Mad Dog each other. Yeah. So then they get there. The sailors pledge their allegiance to Bo-Katan, and everyone goes to the forge. Why? I don't know. You already have people living on planet. Just tell everyone it's good to go. You can come on down now. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
And that was the whole thing, was they were going to find the forge, and then they were going to bring everybody down. Yeah. You found the forge. Why keep going into the forge?
Yeah.
I mean, I understand. Oh, we got to make sure it's safe. Motherfucker, it's a glass planet. There's some fucking Mandalorian Morlocks that you got to take care of every now and then, and some random ass kaiju that you can't find. Like, why you got to send a scouting party?
Yeah, I thought that was a little bit weird. And then I'm starting to think, well, was it weird because the armor has been setting up Bo-Katan and that side of the Mandalorian culture the whole time? You know, she gets some sort of promise from Moff Gideon to he'll leave the true religious Mandalorians alone if she helps, you know, sort of set up this other group of Mandalorians, which is the only rational reason I can actually accept for her saying, take your helmet off. Because then we know, like, oh, okay, well, she's clearly setting them up for something now.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah, I hope so, but at the same time, it's also kind of hard to care.
Yeah. Well, and then the other part of it is, like, every time we see a setup for something that could be amazing, they just flub the landing every single time. And so now I'm just thinking they can't. Even if, like, it was storyboarded out, they actually went into the volume and filmed it, somehow they would still fuck it up in the execution, you know, in the editing. I just don't understand why they can't get one really solid, great episode out, especially when there's only one left.
Yeah, that's the scary thing, because it's like, out of all the episodes, this one was probably the best in my opinion, and it's not even like the first time I watched it, I fucking loved it. I'm like, okay, yeah, I can deal with the goofy shit. The second time I watched it, I'm like, oh, okay, I wasn't just high when I was watching this. That is kind of goofy. So it's like, the fuck are they gonna do?
Yeah.
Like, the thing is, the stuff that would have made us go like, oh my god, and excited for the next iteration of the show, you know, Ahsoka, would have been to finally show Thrawn. They've already talked about Thrawn. They've thrown his name around a few times. Whatever. It's not a surprise that he's coming. Like, there's nothing that they can do that's going to be like, gotcha, fuckers. Like, if it's the armorer that's the spy, cool. We all kind of guessed that. Is it Bo-Katan? No, whatever. She just got done talking about how she was in cahoots with the Empire to save her people, and then they still didn't save them. Like, she playing that game again? I don't know. I don't care.
Yeah, I can't imagine her doing it a second time. As George Bush once said. I'm not going to go through it. You know what I'm referencing, though.
Oh, absolutely. Anybody that doesn't, it must be great being under 20.
Yeah. All right. So I don't like the best part for me when they were like sort of going down to the forge and they got jumped by Gideon and stuff was just seeing them leave so the scene would end. Like, there was no point at any time where I was just like, oh, real consequences. Like, yeah, we had a Mandalorian die, right? Presumably.
Well, and Din got captured.
And Din was fucking fisticuffed. But I feel like he's been captured before, hasn't he? Was he ever captured before? I don't know. It just didn't feel real to me.
No, yeah,
he's
felt...
gonna be fine.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, he's the namesake of the show.
Yeah. What if they killed him off tomorrow? Or, well, in 2 days or whatever?
that'd be stupid. Why? Why even continue watching it? Oh, it's gonna be Grogu's wacky adventures. No, you need
Wacky adventures of Grogu.
you need the straight man and you need the comedy relief.
Yeah.
If those two don't go together, it's garbage.
Yeah, it's Carrot Top.
Yeah,
That's what you get.
that's absolutely
The new Mando. Man. Man, I was watching the IT crowd. Now just looking at this poster here. And seeing Laszlo in the IT crowd. Just his shenanigans. I was like, it's the same guy. He's doing the same character. And I love every bit of it.
Yeah, Matt Berry is just straight up Matt Berry. Everything that I've seen him in, it's like, oh, okay, no, that just is who he is. Awesome. I like that.
I would so much
No,
rather
fuck
just
it. Let's
talk
bring
about
him in as the next Mandalorian. Let's make him Mandalore the Uniter.
That'd be great.
And that'll be fine.
Any of you bitches want to suck the Mandalorian? Like just some crazy rando shit. You're just like, okay, I believe it.
Yeah.
Let's go with it. I love the way he talks too. He just like draws everything out and like, I don't know. He's great. I love him. We should just start talking about what we do in the shadows. Fuck this.
Right. Just start over. Let's review our reviews.
So what did you like about what we do in the shadows this week?
Right.
No. So, yeah, I mean, what did you think about that tense-ish ending? I mean, Din did get captured. We know he's not going to be fine, though. The whole show's named after him.
Yeah, exactly. He's not going anywhere.
The Praetorians came in and cleaned up Mr. Boombastic. I can't remember that dude's name. Paz Vizsla. I think Mr. Boombastic is better.
I am going to get attacked by a murderer or something, I guess.
Someone creeping up behind you?
I guess. Yeah, it was just so hard to give a shit about that. Like, I don't like Paz Vizsla to begin with. He's a fucking turd. So cool. He got killed by other turds. Like, and they're not even cool turds at that. Like, oh, I got stabbed with the electric thing. Cool.
Well, my wife was like, what are those, like, lightsabers? And I was like, no, lightsabers can't go through Beskar. How the fuck did those go through Beskar?
The explanation that I saw was because his armor was cracked, that they could get the lightning through.
Okay, yeah.
And
I've fit into some cracked places before, some really tight cracks.
Yeah, that was a pretty fucking stupid explanation for me, but whatever. It is what it is.
Right.
I mean, so the best part for me, like besides Grogu and IG-12, like I don't give a fuck. That's awesome. I want that toy. I know it's gonna come out. I'm gonna fucking pre-order it. I don't care. I'm a child. But even though he is not menacing at all, I cannot take him serious as a villain. Gideon in the full fucking Mandalorian getup, that was pretty dope.
Right.
Pretty dope. You know, Derpy, abso-fucking-lutely. Just throw Rita Repulsa in there, and this is a fucking Power Rangers season. Yeah. I think I'd probably enjoy it more, because at least there's some karate and shit. And this, like, the fighting in this has just been dumb.
Oh, man.
Like, oh, I got a jetpack, so I'm going to fly into your face. It's like, man, you got a vibroblade. Just stick it in between the armor, for fuck's sake. You know where the armor is.
Yeah. There's cracks so you can do it. So, you can just crack Beskar now. Fuck, okay. Hey, Derp, thanks for tuning live. I like the Power Rangers comment, but I never liked Power Rangers, so I would not enjoy it if it was actually the... so my favorite part of this was, it had to be the Anzellan and Grogu little moment when he came in with the mech, and then he gets out of the mech, and then, I don't know, they do like a weird nipple touch thing, and then like Grogu takes over. And like, I think maybe Grogu's just stuck. I think because he looked pretty tight and confined in there.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty tight for the
stuffing.
Anzellan, so yeah.
That'd be
it was
funny.
Grief Kargan just be like, no, he'll fit fucking.
That's it, though. He was just like, get in the damn mech. And now he's stuck, and every time he's hitting no, he's really just saying, help, help, help. It's all in SOS, and we're all just like, stop hitting the beep. Yeah, and that's the other thing. Why doesn't he just talk already? He's over 50. Talk. It's fuck. It's driving me nuts. Actually says, baby squeeze, I'm out of motherfuckers. Yeah. What was your least favorite part of this episode?
Pressing play.
Oh.
Man, it's just like honest. So if I had to pick one thing, it's Gideon, because we're supposed to believe he's a badass, but he's not. Like he's sort of like the Elon Musk of villains, where he's the face of all the shit, but everybody else is making him look good.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. He's just tweeting a lot.
Yeah.
That's it. That's why Gideon got the suit, so no one could see him tweet when he was tweeting.
Probably.
Oh man. Yeah, Gideon was my least favorite. I can't take him seriously as a villain. He's not scary. We already saw him got his ass kicked.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why the Empire
like
bothered to break him out. He's
his whole
failing.
banter with Bo-Katan. It's like, oh, right now I want to give me the Darksaber back, guy. Like, what the fuck is that shit? Yeah.
I do feel like they're just talking shit to us. Like some of the dialogue, some of the setup, I feel like they're just like, hey, let's see if these fucking idiots still like this thing.
Right.
See if they like this. And then next Star Wars Celebration, like, do you remember when we did that? And everyone's like, yeah, we loved it. He's like, we were fucking with you dummies. Everyone would just be like, yeah, you're awesome. Oh, man.
Yeah, that's honestly, Derp, that's been my biggest problem. And the thing is, like, it'd be fine if we got one-off episodes of characters that actually fucking matter.
Yeah.
But, yeah, having the entire season not being Din and Grogu, like, that's why we watch it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He's going to be fine. There's no way they're going to kill off their fucking moneymaker.
No.
That'd be ridiculous.
Yeah.
And it can't be the Paz Vizsla show now, so fuck that dude. That's what you get for being an asshole for 3 seasons.
Right.
Get your ass killed by a bunch of bitch-ass Praetorian guards.
Well, and then, like, whatever. I'm not even going to get into the logic of him killing himself, because that's what it was. He wasn't doing anything heroic. He was being a dumbass. He just wanted to die.
He could have backed up. Like, that was a choice.
Yeah.
Definitely had enough time. He was like, no, I'm going to redeem myself. And he's like, give this monologue about how by making this sacrifice, he'll get back in good graces with Mandalorians all around and everyone will be happy. And it turns out and no one's there. Like, no one cares about me. Fuck.
Leave it to a fucking Vizsla.
Just so Vizsla.
Chris, I liked it, but it's still stupid.
Yeah. It was nice the first half of it being on screen, and then after that it's just like, take the toy away. I can't. The kid is being too loud with it. He's annoying me. You either do that or I'm going to smack your kid. It's your choice.
Right.
Because you're clearly not doing your job by smacking him first. All right, we only have 1 episode left. So what could redeem all of this for you in this final episode? What could happen?
Who the fuck knows? Like, I really don't know. Like, because of course, like I'm living on the other side of the desk now, where it's like I actually liked this episode until we started talking about it.
That's where I usually am.
That's what I'm saying. I'm on the other side of the desk, and it's so disappointing because, like, literally, The Mandalorian season 1 is what brought back faith in Star Wars for a lot of us, like me included. I started reading the books again, like the newer books, thinking, oh, fuck, this is good. Maybe they're going to carry that on with other stuff. And, that was a crapshoot. And that was a fucking fail. But it's like, man, it's just, they're giving us nothing. They're trying to lead up to a big bad that, like, quite frankly, I don't fucking care about anymore. Yeah. Like, they took Thrawn's balls when they told Zahn, nope, you don't get to write shit that you want about this character. And then to pull lines from, the EU. It's like, what the fuck? Fuck you guys.
It's weird because we've had the original trilogy, EU trilogy of Thrawn. Then we had the rewritten prequel Thrawn for the new stuff. And then the sequel Thrawn for the new stuff. or even that was even a sequel to the prequel, so it's still earlier than where he is in Rebels. And then we got the Rebels Thrawn. Like for me, Thrawn is no longer an exciting, exotic character.
No, not
He's
at all.
Tuesday night. He's Taco Night.
I don't know if I'd say that much. I fucking love Taco Night.
Don't fuck with Taco Night. Yeah. They're trying to integrate more and more of the legends into the canon. They're just doing a homogenized version. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
It's 100%.
And that's what I think is so frustrating is that just tell the original story. Like we have a 30-year gap. It doesn't matter what you do. No one's going to care. You could always explain in some bullshit comic or online article like you always do anyway. So just do what everyone wants you to do and do the EU story. And that's it.
Or just do something new. Like that's the insane thing is you could just write something new. Make your own characters.
Yeah.
Just because you shit the bed with the sequel trilogy doesn't mean you can't do better.
Yeah.
I mean, well, that's a
much
lie. You probably can't do better, but
like, you got to have a faith, the faith.
It's just so fucking stupid.
What? Din, from what you heard, may die, or someone will because of interview.
Nah.
I don't even know what that means.
Paz Vizsla died. Like, that's all we're going to get. We're going to get a background character that died, and that's it. It's like, if Din dies, the show's over.
Yeah. I bet you money, if Din eats it, it's going to be like the end of Batman v Superman, where it just like super zoomed in on the casket, and then dirt started elevating. And I was like, no, you could have had a great ending of, is he actually dead still? If people don't know the comics, then you just fucking spoil the ending. They're going to do the exact same thing with this. If they kill off Din, it'll be like a final shot of his hand and his pinky's going to twitch. And we'll be like, okay, he's fine then.
Yep. And then there's no consequences.
No consequences. It's okay. And probably even Paz Vizsla is going to be brought back as a cyborg or a dark Jedi, or actually that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's stupid, but then it's like, yeah, you know what? Fuck it. Let's get him, because whatever. None of this makes sense, anyways.
Yeah. That shooting your gun so much, killing so many people that your gun overheats is pretty badass. I mean, that's Vietnam, man.
It was okay. The thing is, he died in vain because, one, nobody's gonna be fucking saved. Two, he didn't have to die. Like, he could have got the fuck out of there and continued on. Like, that's more heroic for me, is rebuilding your society versus dying a fucking martyr that nobody's going to give a shit about.
Yeah.
Because it's like, what? We got, I think it was like two or three other Mandalorians that went down in the scouting party. They died too. No one gave a fuck about them.
Yeah. Well, they're not in the credits, so
I guess
they don't matter. Maybe he didn't know the way. That could be it. He does not know the way. Which episode was it where, I think it was the last episode, where Din went down there to talk to the Ugnaughts? I forgot. I think when we reviewed it, I didn't even talk about that. But
that was probably the last one.
I still think about that. I still like that for some reason. Like, it's just a scene in my head that I'm just like, yeah. One of the things I really loved about Din Djarin was in the first season, he was the first and only character we've ever seen who got along with the local desert people, the sand people. What is their name?
The Jawas, the
Tusken Raiders. Yeah. So he actually connected with their culture and stuff. I was like, oh, that's really cool. So he's actually has perspective and he understands other cultures, different dynamics. And then we saw him with the Ugnaughts, and I was just like, yeah, man, that's the Mandalorian I love. So I would be kind of pissed if they killed him off, but I don't know that they're that stupid. Again, just back to what we were saying a second ago, that's what this whole thing has been built on. You ruin that dynamic and no one gives a fuck anymore.
Pretty much.
All right. Well, I mean, for the next episode to be some sort of redemption arc, it's gotta.
Yeah, they did get their Cadbury egg. You're right, Chris.
I want to see Luke again. I guess just bring me Luke. Just have Luke sitting out there. What if they did Luke, and then they did actual Mark Hamill, just sort of standing next to him. I don't know why I'm here. I'm just here.
That would make just as much sense as everything else that's been happening. So whatever. And that's the thing. It's like I feel like they're probably going to bring Luke just because, and it won't really make sense. But everybody's going to lose their shit, just like the first time we saw Luke. I don't know.
I loved the first time we saw Luke.
The first time was amazing. It was basically a shot for shot version of him being Vader in Rogue One. So of course that's beautiful. I don't know, man. I don't know what they can do to possibly keep the interest. Like, I mean, of course, let's not play coy. We're gonna continue watching the fucking shows because we're junkies and that's what we do. But
100%.
It's so hard to care anymore.
Yeah, I agree. And it just, the whole season thus far has had so many logical, like, just stumbles. You know, it's like they just throw banana peels everywhere on every plot hole, and then everyone's just like, whoa, and like the plot's over. Like, you miss it all. Like, it doesn't matter. Everyone just gets goofy. So I don't know. I don't really even care at this point. I'll watch it. If it's awesome, then I'll cheer, but I'm not expecting it to be great.
Yeah, I'm expecting it to be over. That's about it.
And right you will be. All right, well, thank you all so much for tuning in, both live and in chat. We really appreciate your time and attention. We'd like to invite you to subscribe to the YouTube channel, click the bell to get notified about upcoming videos, and click the like button. And always remember that we have a store for all of your Scruffy Looking Nerf.
Fuck yeah, we do.
That.
Get your Scruffy Looking Nerf Bear merch. It is amazing.
Till the Infernal Brotherhood convenes and speaks again. May the force be with you, people.
Long live the Empire?
Yeah.
Oh shit, we forgot to write down for Chris.